Everything you said we already knew, more or less.
Well, here's something that you didn't know. 2 of those special atomic bombs haven't gone off.
Joe's eating some breakfast. Go ahead, keep eating. Oh, hi. It's good that he is eating because I was a little worried about him yesterday, but he seems like his normal self today, which is good, so. To eat so loud, dude? So far today, I have been awake since 5 in the morning, and it is now 10:25. So I've been awake for 5.5 hours already, which is absolutely ridiculous. But if you watched yesterday's video, you know that I'm a little bit sick. I feel better than I did yesterday. The start of my day yesterday was rough, man. I felt a lot of sinus pressure, but today it's just kind of a little bit of a runny nose every now and then. Not too difficult. Today we're actually going to talk about something that I don't really like talking about, but it was suggested to me that I make this video, so I'm going to do it. And today we're going to be talking about dating. Whew. Man, it's only been like what? The camera! What did I say today was going to be about? Dating? Do I have to talk about dating? So here's the thing about me and dating. I have been a part of a lot of really just failed relationships. But people like to talk to me about their relationships as if I have all the answers. Okay, so hopefully that wasn't like the weirdest cut ever. But yesterday after class, I called my grandparents and I talked to them, so I didn't film that. And then I went straight to work and I didn't film in the car. And then I got home at like 10 and I did some homework and I went to sleep. So there was like no way for me to finish this video until now. So that's why I am combining the 30th and the 31st and making today's vlog. This is the second time that I've had to do this, and I know it's a bummer. I don't like doing it, but you know, it really, for it to be a full entertaining vlog, I needed to do it because there was just no time yesterday to really sit down, do something entertaining, talk to you guys like this while I'm in the car, while I'm talking to my grandparents on the phone. Speaking of which, call your grandparents, guys. They miss you. Like, what are you doing, ding-dongs? But let's get back to yesterday's topic of dating. Now, this is probably the dumbest topic I could have possibly done just because of what I said, I think I said yesterday, is that I've been a part of very bad relationships towards the end. During, not so bad. I have some very good memories of being in a relationship, but then it almost always comes to a crashing burn like at the end, which is why really I don't think I'm qualified to be giving advice, but at the same time I have learned from my mistakes, so there is something to be gained. Also, this is from the perspective of a straight guy dating women. So if you're not that, no wait. So we're just gonna go through like a checklist of things that I think is good for every healthy relationship, and why maybe in the past for me those things didn't work out, and how I think I could have done better, or how I think she could have done better, and we could have worked together on those type of things and all that good stuff. And this isn't in any particular order. I'm just gonna go like kind of train of thought as I go through this. So the first one is, when you are in a relationship, you are still an individual. Just because you are now a we doesn't mean that you are also a you. So what I want to get across here is, it's okay to go do activities by yourself. An example of this is that I really like to go to the movies. And I don't always like going with a group of people. I don't like going with another person. Sometimes I just want to go to a movie theater by myself to watch a movie. I go to a little theater right next to my house that has the luxury like recliner seats. So I'm in a big, poofy, comfy chair that I can lay down in basically, and I can just watch this movie by myself. And it is a very safe place for me to kind of just get away from everything else that I'm trying to juggle. It is okay to have some personal space. I like having personal space, and I like giving personal space. I think that if something's going on and you don't want me to be a part of it, that's healthy. Go for it. Go do what it takes you to do until you're ready to come back and do something with me. Okay, a little more on the smaller scale. On a first date, that is not you potentially looking at this person as a marriage partner. It's just an audition for a second date. If they fail that audition on that first date, then guess what? You're not going on a second date. If they do, and you have a good time, they pass, great first date, go on a second date. And make that an audition for a third date. And make that an audition for a fourth date until you are dating. But just because you start going on multiple dates with someone does not mean that you guys are a couple until you make it so. So go on lots of first dates is what I'm trying to say. You are not limited until you find that person that is the only one that you want to date, and then you start dating them. But if it's a bad first date, leave it at that. It is a bad date. You don't need to go on a second date. You are not committed to that person because you went on that first date. Go somewhere else. Now this one is tricky because it's something that could be totally true. And that's if somebody is only talking about their insecurities or their downfalls or their shortcomings or anything like that, especially on a first date. Take their word for it. Walk away. A first date should not be you. It's not a job interview for a babysitter, right? If somebody is, only talking about all of their issues, and everybody has them. So that's why I'm saying, like, it's not going to happen, but it shouldn't be something that you only talk about. If you are only talking about what makes you quirky as an individual in a weird way, then just take their word for it. Walk away. You don't need to be a part of that. You are not there to fix their lives. You're there to just go on dates. And that kind of leads into the next one of it's not about, like, does this person think that I'm good enough for them? Is this person good enough for me? Dating is a little bit selfish. Stop trying to please other people. For once, it's only in your dating life. Have them try to please you, right? Have a personality that matches with yours. Everybody wants their Sam and Diane, their Ross and Rachel, it just keeps going. Everybody wants that, but you need to be thinking about you first. Dating should not be the priority of your life. You should have other goals going on simultaneously. For me, my goal is to get this vlog, consistent, be able to make a good product, entertaining, do my homework, get good grades, all that stuff is be good at my job, coach my team. Everything like that is something that it's a balancing act, right? Dating on that list for me is not very high, and it doesn't have to be, right? Dating should be something kind of off to the side that I get to do. It's not something that I need to force up my list. If it happens, and I'll go on a good, fun date, and I'll have a good time. But it is not something that I need to think about before my other stuff. If I let me wanting to go on dates affect my coaching, then I'm going to lose my job. And that doesn't make any sense. I need to be the best coach I can be, and dating comes later. If that, I hope that makes sense. And I think the last one I'm going to talk about is don't follow the stereotypical dating rules because they're boring. If you're a guy and you had a really good first date, that whole wait 3 days before you call or text her BS is BS. If you liked her enough that you're thinking about her the next day, you know what you should do? Call her. Notice how I said call instead of text. I think it is a little bit scarier than it used to be to call someone, especially someone that you're interested in like that, to call them and to talk to them voice to voice instead of this wall that texting brings us. That texting sets up that wall of we're not looking at each other, you can't hear my voice, and I get to type whatever I want to type to you. And I think that that's a little bit just, it's played out. Again, if you liked her enough that you're thinking about her the next day, you should want to hear her voice. Make your story a good one. This needs to be something that you can repeatedly talk about to friends, to family, to all that stuff. But if it goes along the lines of, yeah, we went on a good first date, then I waited 3 days, and then I texted her, it's not a good story. Go back to opening up doors, to holding hands, to making phone calls, to... I can't even list them all. If you're the kind of person that hears the stories of older generations and how they met and you think to yourself, wow, that was really sweet, guess what? It was really sweet. And what we're doing now isn't. Someday, way down the line, I want my kids to look at my story and think to themselves, I want that. So that's my advice. You don't have to take it. I know it was kind of a rant, but that was just some of the things about dating that was on my mind, and I got requested to do this video, so I hope that helped. Okay, today's shoutouts come from Twitter. These are people that retweeted some of my tweets, and so I'm going to go through it real fast, okay? The first one is Optic Deviant. He is a YouTuber, an anime fan, and he wants you to DM him for art. Is my best friend Trey, at Doc Trey the Tree, and the only thing I have to say to you, Trey, is pick up your phone. And the last one goes to my buddy Brock Shoemaker, who I have not seen in years, but messaged me on Twitter and commented on my YouTube channel. And you know what, bud? I know we came up with it when we were in like 6th or 7th grade or even 5th grade, I don't remember, but we will be idiot brothers forever, dang it. Don't forget to hit that like button. Go ahead and leave a comment about good things from past relationships, bad things from past relationships, any advice that you might have, anything that I missed, or anything that you disagree with, or anything you agree with. And last but not least, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And that's going to do it for me today. I hope you all had a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later.
Everything you said we already knew, more or less.
Well, here's something that you didn't know. 2 of those special atomic bombs haven't gone off.